In our pursuit of personal empowerment and mastery over our lives, it is critical to understand, you got to understand some things, that victimhood is not a true reality. It may feel real in moments of hardship, but the truth is, victimhood only exists when we align with the belief that we are powerless. Okay? This lesson explores how victimhood is a construct of the mind and how releasing this illusion allows us to reclaim our power. Because we all want our power back, baby, and step into our true potential. So often in life, we hear these stories. So let's get into what is the understanding of victimhood. You hear it all the time. Okay? Victimhood is the belief that external circumstances, people, or events control our experience and that we are helpless to change the circumstances. It's a mindset that leads us to feel small, powerless, and at mercy of life's challenges. I could tell you time and time again how there's no such thing as being a victim anywhere. Why it feels real. Victimhood often feels real because it's tied to emotions like fear, anger, or sadness. These emotions can be intense and convincing, making it seem as though the external situation is the cause of our suffering. However, emotions are the responses to our own thoughts, and thoughts can be changed instantly. In a twinkling of an eye, you can change your mind. The key point, victimhood thrives on the illusion that external circumstances dictate our experience. In reality, we are the creators of our reality, and we can shift our whole mindset. Like I said, in a twinkling of an eye, everything shifts when you shift inside, internally. The mind creates the illusion of victimhood. Hmm. The power of thoughts. Our thoughts shape our perception and therefore our experiences. When we think of ourselves as victims, we continue to attract circumstances that reinforce this belief. Our focus on being powerless invites more experiences of it. When we are feeling helpless or at the mercy of life, shifting our belief systems, because see, life is given to you according to your own belief. Recognizing that victimhood is a belief rather than a fact is the first step towards your own freedom. You got to admit to yourself you have agreed to something that is not godly and good for your whole life. By changing your thoughts and beliefs about yourself, we begin to experience life differently. The world reflects our internal state. And as we shift from victim mindset to one of empowerment, the external world shifts within us. During this time, I want you guys to really think about what's going on in politics. Affirm, I am not a victim of my circumstances. I'm the creator of my experience, and I have the power to shift my reality. I have the power in this golden moment of time of now to shift every circumstance in my life. The key, taking responsibility, true empowerment comes from taking responsibility for our own lives. This doesn't mean blaming, because I ain't got time to blame myself for anything or anyone else for the things that happen. But recognize that we are always in control of how we respond to life. Taking responsibility means recognizing that our power lies in how we choose to perceive and react to every situation. That could be in your home with your children. Don't be talking about Johnny doing this and Johnny doing that. If you haven't already hit the like button, I want you to go and subscribe to the Sacred Self channel. And we're going to begin reframing challenges. Challenges are a natural part of life. They help us grow, but they do not define us. We can choose to see them as opportunities for growth, learning, and transformation. When we stop seeing ourselves as circumstances, as victims of circumstances, we can start to see ourselves as resilient beings capable of navigating and overcoming any challenge. Because just the idea of a challenge is like God is not walking with you. It's not a spirit in you that endowed you with the thing. Victimhood dissolves when we take responsibility of our own reactions and reclaim our power to choose how we respond. The illusion of control in victimhood. Victimhood feels like control. Ironically, the victim mindset can feel like a form of control because it allows us to blame others for our situation. It provides an external focus for our feelings of frustration or anger, giving us a temporary sense of relief. However, this external focus only keeps us stuck in the illusion of being powerlessness. True control lies within real control. Real control comes from within us. It's about accepting what we cannot control, others or external events. But we always have the power to control how we perceive and respond to everything in our lives. Once we realize this, we can release the need to blame and step into the mindset of pure empowerment from within. I empower me. And the infinite possibilities from that first step. So let's affirm I release the illusion of victimhood. I recognize that I am in control of my thoughts, my feelings, and my actions. And I choose empowerment. See, it's a choice. Everything in life is a choice. And I got a little quick story for you. A lot of times you hear discussions about the Bible. The Bible is contradicted. The Bible is this, the Bible is that. The Bible is a book built on making choices. It is so clear that there's only choices all throughout the Bible. There is no condemnation in the choices. God gives you new life. And then you can look at Adam and Eve. What did God take his hand off of Cain? Really look with pure awareness of what you're thinking is a contradiction is only coming from a different point of view. John had a point of view, Mark had a point of view, Mark had a point of view. These are all individual universes, individual people, just as you and I. So there is no contradiction. There's a pivotal moment in all of our lives to see things differently, to understand that yesterday doesn't even exist in spirit and truth because God has thrown everything into the abyss. Okay? So if God has thrown it into the abyss, a lot of times people wake up and bring stories with them. Those stories are not of your right now. So you empower yourself in every moment in time and space. You say things to yourself, I'm the creator of my experience and I choose peace. I am the creator that chooses love. I am the creator that chooses healing. I am the creator that is able to speak it into existence and never be a victim again.